What's up, everybody? Give me a few seconds here to get everything straightened out. Make my beard look a little prettier. Give me 1 second here. I'm looking a little scruffy. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live news recap of today's top stories. I've got a lot to talk about, as always. The Trump campaign or the Trump administration is completely imploding. They are in total disarray. They have no idea what they're doing. They're being called out on everything. Donald Trump's now been labeled a chicken by Wall Street. And now Elon Musk, today in the White House, was high. I have proof, video proof. At this point, there's no denying. As a matter of fact, I have multiple videos of Elon Musk high. So we can say allegedly if we want to, just to, for legal reasons. I don't really care at this point. And he also has a black eye. And the rumors around Elon Musk. What's up, Pamela? What's up, Jeanette? Turn on my audio, please. What? Give me 1 second here. All right. That should be good. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Getting back to what I was saying. The Trump administration is completely collapsing in real time. Nothing they're doing is working. All the deals they've been, praising themselves for in the media are completely falling apart. Donald Trump's probably not going to get a $400 million jet after all. His deals with Saudi Arabia and Qatar seem to be like they're complete bullshit. And Canada has finally responded saying that they don't want any part of our stupid-ass Golden Dome system and that they are perfectly happy giving all their money to Europe. We also have some more news, disturbing news regarding our Department of Defense. In this particular case, is Pete Hegseth. We will be talking more about how Trump is using ICE against the American people, spending, of course, hundreds of billions of dollars to make it personal Gestapo. And who are these ICE agents? I think we have a right to know who these people are. I mean, if they're doing a public service, if they're making us safer here in America, I think we should know who those people are that feel like they're saving our country. But if you're not doing that, why are you covering faces? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we deserve to know exactly who is employed by ICE. As a matter of fact, seeing that it's a government agency, I don't see why we can't have a little bit of transparency there. Make sure they're not hiring people from, like hate groups, like Patriot Front or Proud Boys. We want to make sure those things aren't happening. Also, what ended the show yesterday was a little bit of fun. A meme that Donald Trump had posted where I was laughing my butt off at some stupid cartoon in the background. Well, I did a little more digging, and now I'm actually really pissed off about this meme, and I will explain why here in a second. And then we finally find out why the judges decided to grant Donald Trump stay regarding his tariffs. And it's actually pretty funny. You're going to laugh. I'm not sure if Donald Trump even is aware of what his lawyers are telling the judges. Federal employees will not be quizzed on their favorite Trump policies when applying for federal jobs. And lastly, Elon Musk's drug use has finally been exposed. So I don't think we have to say allegedly anymore, do we? So what's up, everybody? We're going to have a lot of fun today. So let's go taco. I think that's our new chant. I think this should be our new chant at protests. Could you imagine 100,000 people or just a couple thousand people chanting "Let's go taco"? I mean, they chanted "Let's go Brandon" for how long? I think let's go taco is perfect for our rally chants. At least I think we should include it. It's catchy. It's catchy. And Donald Trump hates it with a passion, which makes it all the better. All right, you guys, we got a lot to talk about today. So let me get rid of this real quick. First, let me talk about our buddy Pete Hegseth, because he was recently seen wearing this suit. Nice pinstripe suit. If you zoom in, you'll look at his pocket. Beep. You will see, no, you won't see it. Damn it, hold on a second. You will see right here this Betsy Ross flag. The leader of our Defense Department is wearing a flag or a handkerchief in his pocket that is typically used by hate groups and the KKK. Okay? In case anybody's needs me to zoom in, I can do that. Right there. That's our leader of our military wearing a flag that has been adopted by hate groups. And if you don't think I'm being serious about it, well, here is a picture of Patriot Front at their last march. And as you can see, it is the same exact flag that Pete Hegseth has in his pocket. Okay? We getting the picture now? And in case anybody wonders what the Betsy Ross flag is, I have that information for you. So, the Betsy Ross flag. Let me see here. What is the Betsy Ross flag? The flag we now call the Betsy Ross flag is a circle of 13 5-point stars on a blue patch on the top left corner. 13 alternating red, white, blue stripes cut horizontally throughout the rest of the cloth. The Continental Congress called for such a flag on June 14th, 1777. The number of stars and stripes represents the 13 original colonies. Okay? So just like our American flag, they have appropriated this flag too to turn it into a hate symbol. And just so we're clear, the Betsy Ross flag has been used by many different groups over the years, including extremist groups like the Ku Klux Klan. Mark Picavage, senior research fellow with the Anti-Defamation League Center on Extremism. He said the association is weak compared to other symbols, though. Most white supremacists would not know what the Betsy Ross flag is if you asked them about it, because they're all dumb and don't know anything about American history. But they have since taken that flag and decided to use it as their symbol. So I don't find it a far-reaching theory at all to think that these extremist groups and the government are somehow working together, or at least communicating on some level. You know what I mean? Starting to wear the same flags and all that stuff, that takes coordination. That's not just a random thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a controversial flag for quite a while. I didn't really know anything about it until now. And also, Pete Hegseth has decided to orders Pentagon's testing office staff cut by more than half. Okay, they claim that they're somehow saving over $300 annually by restructuring this department. These people are no clue what they're doing. So they released a memo announcing a reorganization of the Pentagon's operational testing and evaluation unit, including the appointment of a new interim leader. They've also decided to apparently supercharge arrests. I guess they're not harassing enough Americans right now. The cartoon in the background, it is Pepe the Frog. That's actually what I was getting ready to talk about next. So yeah, let's get rid of Pete Hegseth. I don't really care about him anymore. But yeah, good call. Right here, let's go to this. Okay, we left the show yesterday. I was laughing because I didn't know what the stupid thing in the background was. But yeah, you are 100% correct, Amanda. That is Pepe the Frog. That is not a good thing. And then I also did a little more research because I am the curious type. On the top here, this Fruit Snacks account is a QAnon account. This is a hardcore QAnon account. And Donald Trump is reposting memes from a QAnon account with a cartoon that represents hate and extremism. That's what Donald Trump is posting. I highly doubt he knows what this means because he's dumb. Or maybe he does. I mean, at this point, who knows? But yeah, so I had to look that up. It's funny you brought that up. Your comment yesterday is actually the reason I started looking into it, because I wanted to know what that little cartoon thing was. Okay, so yeah, Pepe the Frog. What is Pepe the Frog? Pepe the Frog is a hate symbol. It is a hate symbol. Pepe the Frog is a cartoon character that's become a popular internet meme, often referred to as the sad frog meme by people unfamiliar with the name of the character. The first character appeared in 2005 in the online cartoon Boys Club. Never heard of that. In the appearance, the character also used its catchphrase, "Feels good, man." Okay. Okay, so the Pepe the Frog character is something apparently they appropriated this too. Pepe the Frog character did not originally have racist or anti-Semitic connotations. Internet users appropriated the character and turned him into a meme, placing the frog in a variety of circumstances and saying many different things. Many variations of the meme became rather esoteric, resulting in the phenomenon of so-called rare Pepes. The majority of the uses for Pepe the Frog have been and continue to be non-bigoted. However, places like 4chan, 8chan, Reddit, and Twitter, they should put that in there, which many users who delight in creating racist memes and imagery, a subset of Pepe memes would come into existence that centered on racist, anti-Semitic, or other bigoted memes. So our dumb as a box of rocks, orange, stupid-ass American Clowns King reposted a meme from a QAnon account. These are people that think that Hollywood people stay young by drinking the blood of babies. These people are fucking crazy. Like, should be in a padded room. Crazy. And our idiot in chief, he's on a mission from God and has right on top has the username of the account and Pepe the Frog in the background. On Truth Social, which is essentially 4chan, 8chan, Twitter, all that combined, there's literally no moderation whatsoever. I'm pretty sure the more hateful shit you post on Truth Social, I meant Truth Social, but I'm pretty sure they amplify it, the more hateful shit you put on there. And, yeah, it's a shit app. It's a completely shit app, 100%. But that's what he's posted, guys. So just so you know, hello, Daily Atheist Morning Show. What's up? Have you been here before? Are you new here? Welcome if you've never been here before. I hope you know what you're getting yourself into. If you guys can, since we're just getting kicked off here, if you could share the live or just click share and copy link, that'll even trigger it. You don't actually have to share it on other platforms. But let's see how many people we can get in here by the end of today. We've been getting anywhere from like 10 to 20 live viewers. You know, we're trying to build 100, maybe 1,000 at some point. That would be cool. That is our mission. That is our goal. We are not going to stop anytime soon. If you are new here, we are going to, or I'm going to, with my son, hopefully, if he doesn't back out on me, to Washington, D.C. on June 6th for D-Day. It's going to be the largest veteran organized protest in American history. And I've been invited personally by one of the organizers to attend. Dropkick Murphys is going to be playing there. There's going to be a ton of speakers, some pretty famous people, and it's going to be right at the National Mall. So I'll be the Washington Monument on one side, Capitol Building on the other side, surrounded by beautiful museums. So if you guys want to help us out, we would really appreciate it. We do have a GoFundMe set up in our link tree, which is in the description of the video, as well as the on our channel page or our bio, depending on where you're watching. I just started streaming this show on Kick. I don't know if I don't even know if my Kick profile has any of my links on it, so I'll have to update that. But on Twitch, if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, all the information's in our bio. Yeah, so we're just trying to raise. We have a goal of $1,000. We're at $400. We did not raise any money yesterday, and I only have literally a week from today to make this happen. So I am hoping you guys always come through for me, so I'm not like overly stressed out about it, but it is getting close to time. So if we can at all possible raise the money, that would be great. If not, I'm still going to go. I'll make a day trip out of it somehow, which will be a long day because I'm like 4 hours from DC, but we'll figure it out. But those of you guys that have donated, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. So, all right, back to the news. I got some good shit for you guys today. Okay, I really got some good stuff for you guys today. All right. First, let's see what's going on in another red state. There's storms happening across the country. We already saw the ones that I think it was Kansas, and that Donald Trump never even acknowledged happened. Well, Texas recently got hit by a massive storm, which I have a video clip of I got off social media. Let me show you. This is crazy. That's crazy. What the fuck? Let me fast forward it for the music. Oh my God, bro. That's a lot. All right. Well, Texas, you're beat. You're cooked. You're cooked. Donald Trump ain't going to help you. He's not going to help you. He doesn't. He wants that FEMA money to himself. Why would he give it to actual, like, American people? That's crazy. That's just insane. Okay. These are just random things that I found on the internet for you guys before we get into some of the news stories. This next video is beyond disturbing. It took me a while to process this one. Okay. We talked about Charlie Kirk and their influence over the right wing. It is failing. The only people that still, I believe, they have a chance with are the truly, truly ignorant of our population. But he was at a college. I can't remember what college this was at. Well, a young girl comes up because there's a lot of his supporters that show up. Well, a young lady shows up with a kid, and she decides to let everybody know her situation and what happened to her and why. Okay, so she's anti-abortion. Okay, this is the pro-life thing. But this, just hear the scenario, and you tell me what you think the proper course of action would have been. And, oh, trigger warning.
It wasn't.
Trigger warning, this is gross. It's not cool. I mean, it's disturbing.
Going to come up here, but I heard someone talking about how abortions are important because it takes babies out of the population. And I just wanted to say that by saying that, they are wanting to take out very important people. 4 years ago, I was by my father, and I chose not to have an abortion, and this is what came out of it.
Okay. So her son is also her brother, and her dad is also the kid's dad and the kid's grandfather. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. That's insane. And she's against abortion because she decided to not have one. And because she didn't have one, she now thinks that all women who are raped and get pregnant should also not have abortions. That's insane. Okay? That kid right now has no idea what is happening. But one day that kid is going to realize it. One day that kid's friends at school, one day the kid's parents or the kid's friends' parents are going to find out that your son is also your brother. And then your dad did that to you. What kind of life will that child have? And she's proudly like, I'm going to tell him. I'm going to explain it to him one day. Are you mad? Are you mad? That kid, please hear me when I say this. Sometimes abortion is mercy. Sometimes not inflicting a human who has no choice in the matter to a horrible life, sometimes that's mercy. They call it murder. It's called mercy. I believe that's also a Christian thing too, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe, I don't know, whatever. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So what kind of life is that child going to have? You decided for that kid. That kid had no choice in the matter whether he wanted to live in this world or not. You made that choice for him. And now as a result, that kid is probably going to suffer most likely mental issues as a result of finding out something so horrific. Because that's going to damage somebody mentally. I'm sorry, it's just going to. So I don't agree with her decision. I think she should have absolutely had an abortion. 100%. That kid is going to suffer his whole life. Now, decades over your decision. But whatever, you know, I mean, to each their own. If that's what you want to do. But don't go ahead and say just because you did that, all other women should do that. You know what I'm saying? That's how MAGA is. Like they said, well, I did this, so as a result, nobody else should do this either. You know what I'm saying? Or I didn't do this, so nobody else should do this either. That's not how the world works. Okay, that's a very ignorant, very narrow-minded view of the world. Unbelievable. Okay, so all right, moving on from that one. I had to get that out of my system. I actually wanted to show it the other day, and I totally forgot about it. All right, so the next one we're going to go to, I can't remember if she's congresswoman or senator at a town hall, Republican, and she's talking about the big beautiful bill. Her name is Joni Ernst. Never heard of her before until today. Well, her constituents literally screamed that we're going to die if you vote for this bill. And oh my God, the response, this response just tells you exactly how much Republicans care about human life and the American people. Please remember this video, clip it if you can, and share it all over the goddamn internet, because this woman just said out loud exactly how Republicans feel about the American people.
So when we're talking about the corrections in this reconciliation bill, again, it's corrections of overpayments and people that have not been eligible for these programs by law as it is currently written. So when you are arguing about illegals that are receiving Medicaid benefits, 1.4 million, 1.4, they are not eligible, so they will be coming off. So people are not, well, we all are going to die.
Did you get that? Let me play it louder.
So
people
are not, well, we all are going to die.
There you go, everybody. Their response to when people are worried about Americans dying, the Republican response, she's a senator. Republican response is, well, we're all going to die eventually. Guess it doesn't matter when, right? As long as they line their pockets, whether we die now or 10, 20, 30 years from now, I guess it really doesn't matter to them. I'm tired of these people. I'm tired of these people. I'm tired of the cruelty. I'm tired of the stupidity. I'm just tired of it all. I truly, truly am. Oh my God, these people give me a headache. All right, moving on though from the little clips that I wanted to go over with you. Let's go over how. Okay, you know what? Let's talk about Elon Musk. Let's talk about it. We got to talk about it because he was in the Oval Office today, and it did not go well. Okay, it did not go well. First, Elon is like, I think I was 100% right. Like, his focus now is Mars. I'm not even kidding you. This is the memes he's been posting. Okay, like AI images of a colony and an actual superstructure on Mars with his robots. Like, he is fully 100%. That's how he thinks he is so high right now and so out of his mind. He is going around the country talking about going to Mars by 2029, y'all. And we just went over this the other day. It takes 2 years and 2 months based on current technology to get to Mars, which means he has not exactly, but roughly a year and a half to build a rocket that doesn't explode and get to Mars. I would worry first about getting to the goddamn moon. Like, you haven't even done that. I think Mars is a bit of a stretch for you there, Mr. Ketamine Addict. Also, today, he showed up with this big old black eye in the Oval Office. What is going on in the Trump administration, y'all? What is happening? That did he get really high one night and just fall and hit his head? Did Stephen Miller punch him in the eye for sleeping with his wife? And that rumor is not going away. If anything, that rumor is intensifying, because now the rumor is that Stephen, and this is right-wing shit, but it makes me laugh. Now the rumor is, and if this is true though, oh my God. Now the rumor is that Stephen Miller used his wife to honeypot Elon Musk, but then now Elon Musk and Stephen Miller's wife left together. That's the story that's going around right now. The richest man in the world is talking about going to Mars. Okay, we have a perfectly good Earth. They want to ruin Earth. They literally don't give a shit about the environment. They want to destroy Earth. Why would you just want to go to Mars? We're just going to destroy that too. You could build a beautiful self-sustaining environment on Earth for probably a fraction of the fucking cost. Am I right? Oh, also, just to mention to you guys, I am on Discord as well. It's just the VOR podcast. I'm actually streaming on Discord now too. I didn't know you could do that until like 2 days ago. So we are now streaming on Discord. I don't use it very much, but I'm going to start using it more often. You'll see me on there gaming and all kind of stuff. It's just the VOR podcast. Yeah, I believe. And you'll see our whatchamacallit, logo and all that. If you don't see it, let me know. And I'll get you the right information. So yeah, all right. So Elon Musk shows up with a black eye. Then this story comes out. I believe it was today. Insiders spill Elon Musk's frenzied drug use at Trump's side. And I've been saying this for a very long time because I watch a lot of videos. I have 3 videos of Elon Musk being extremely out of his mind stoned. I have. I'm going to show them to you. Do not worry about that. I will show them to you. But first, let's go to the article here. Elon Musk was using drugs on a much larger and more serious scale than previously thought during the 2024 campaign trail. No shit. This is why the guy can't get fucking security clearance, because he's a raging ketamine addict. Musk, the tech billionaire who became arguably the most influential person in President Donald Trump's inner circle, is alleged to have taken so much ketamine it ended up damaging his bladder. I'm not making this up. I'm reading it right off the page. As well as frequently taking ecstasy and magic mushrooms. Okay, so let's it ended up damaging his bladder. Elon Musk is pissing himself. Elon Musk has taken so many sedatives that has destroyed his bladder, and he is now pissing himself. We have a president who shits himself, and we have a first lady in Elon Musk who pisses himself. Yeah, alphas, all the way. If this is what an alpha is, I will be a beta all day long. Musk is also said to have carried a box around with him, which normally contained around 20 pills, including Adderall. We've speculated for quite a long time that most of the Trump administration is on Adderall. A lot of them are. Fun fact, Hitler was. Fun fact, Hitler's personal doctor is the one that created methamphetamines. So Adderall, all the different derivatives of that, remember that came from Nazis. They created Adderall, essentially. Hitler thought these medications gave him superpowers. So if these people believe in Adolf Hitler as much as they do, which we know they do, guys, we know they do, then they probably also think that these stimulants somehow give them superpowers. So we have an administration that is heavily chemically induced. You know what? We'll say allegedly again for legal reasons. I know for a fact Don Jr. is. I don't have to say allegedly for that. I used to be an addict, dude. I could spot this shit from a mile away, okay? It's not hard. If you've used certain chemicals and you see somebody on them, you immediately know it. It's not like it's hard to spot for us. But anyway, just so we're clear, I'm going to show you a clip I made of him at the Oval Office today. I had to watch almost an hour of this video just to make this 1.5-minute long clip. So I did it so you don't have to. But he was high at the Oval Office today. Okay. And then I'm going to show you a promotional video he made about going to Mars. Okay. This guy's, I think he's officially cooked his brain. But here is a video from a while back. Elon Musk balancing silverware on his finger while at a White House party. Most of you guys probably remember this video.
Balancing the phone. Elon, what the hell are you doing? Balancing the phone. Elon, what the hell are you doing?
Literally everybody's looking at him going, what the fuck are you, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you balancing silverware? Okay, that's one video. I have more. I have more. I always have more. Here is him getting interviewed, walking around one of his facilities, tweaking his brains out.
Yeah, and refurbishable might be a better word. But where do you think it failed, and where do you think, like, what lessons have you learned that you know you're not going to be making on Starship? To, like, do a mission. You're just trying to get data out of the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, those are not normal movements, folks.
But where do you think it failed, and where do you think, like, what lessons have you learned that you know you're not going to be making on Starship?
So wasted,
to, like,
dude.
do a mission. You're just trying to get data out of the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me do a quick rail. Okay, and then we have today's video. Elon Musk high in the Oval Office while Donald Trump and him say goodbye, while he has a black eye. This is the man that is stealing all of our information. Just a reminder, y'all.
$101 million, and that was just a small section of the Department of Education. $59 million for illegal alien hotel rooms in New York City. And the landlord never made the kind of money that he made in the last short period of time. $59 million to a hotel in New York City. $45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. Thank Elon for
There's
helping.
more.
And again, you know, the United States right now is the hottest country anywhere in the world. There's no country as hot, and we're doing really well. We came, when I left, we had no wars, we had no problems. We defeated ISIS, we rebuilt our military.
Gotcha, bitch.
And we had no inflation. And when I came back, we had a lot of inflation. We had wars all over the place. We had the embarrassment.
Beautiful bill. You had indicated this week that there were some things you didn't like about what had passed in the House. What changes do you want to see the Senate make? And you had also indicated there were things you didn't like about the bill.
$5 billion plus to Harvard over a short period of time.
Clip
Nobody
it, y'all.
knew that. We found that out. I wouldn't say that was a Doge thing, but we found.
Yeah, he is fried. He's fried, standing next to the president in the White House. There's no allegedly on this comment. Elon Musk needs treatment. He is obviously off the rails, unchecked drug addict. And he is in our most sensitive most sensitive systems. He's in charge of way too much. And according to Donald Trump, they're going to continue the Doge cuts after he leaves. So White House will continue to cost cut despite Musk's departure. So President Donald Trump held a press conference today. But yeah. So they're going to keep doing, I don't know. And Doge didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. All he did was make shit worse, made people worry that they're not going to get their food stamps, made people worry they're not going to have health insurance. He cut jobs. He fired people that were overly qualified, more than qualified for their jobs. And then he hired a team of prepubescent morons, hackers, to install AI and other software into our most sensitive systems. We know for a fact, well, we know at least that a whistleblower is testifying, not testifying yet, but has said in public on national television that massive quantities of data were taken out of the NLRB, where a lot of proprietary information is held. They also say, and this comes from the guy's lawyer, that immediately upon Doge leaving the NLRB, Russia started trying to log in using Doge's credentials. And he's high all the time. Extremely, extremely high. And he's now got this, I'm serious, go look at his social media. It's all about Mars now. It's not about Donald Trump hardly at all. All he talks about is going to freaking Mars. We have a perfectly good planet here, you asshole. Why you want to destroy Earth to go to Mars? What a jackass. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, how demented, how out of touch with reality do you have to be to watch people around the world suffer and die because he's the one that cut off USAID. I'm sure thousands of people, hundreds at least, died because they didn't get the essential aid they needed. as a result of Elon Musk cutting funds from USAID. People all across the world have suffered because of Elon Musk. And this dipshit now thinks he's just going to back away after throwing up a Nazi salute, ruining our government, damaging our most sensitive systems. He thinks he's just going to leave, and now he's going to start talking about going to Mars. It's a little late for that, dude. If you would have stayed in the background and just shut the fuck up and ran Twitter and SpaceX and all your dumbass companies and stayed out of this, you may have gotten a lot more people on board with this Mars idea. But no, you decided to show your ass on Inauguration Day and let everybody know that you're just a raging Nazi. And now you want to play victim like, oh my God, the left is so mean. Yeah, the left hates Nazis. Shocker. We know the right loves them because they are them. But we don't. Okay, we don't ever want to be associated with you. Nothing you can say or do will ever erase that day. Okay, that day was the end of you. And I think that's why he's out of control on the drugs, because I think he had it under control for a very long time. But now that his life is crumbling around him, he's going to the drugs more and more and more to cope. That's what drug addicts do. Okay, when shit gets bad, they use more drugs. I'm just telling you from personal experience, okay? Elon Musk is out of control. He needs treatment, and he needs to get the fuck out of America. Revoke his citizenship. But here's the video of him talking about Mars.
Emphasize, even with the rocket that we'll be launching just at the end of this year, it will be capable of making life multiplanetary, and thereafter it's...
Multiplanetary life. Jesus Christ, asshole. You haven't even gotten to the moon.
It's just about continuing to hone the efficiency and capability of the rocket and reduce the cost per ton and reduce the cost per person to Mars. And like I said, ultimately...
Got the black eye, though. Got the black eye. You see that? Yep, big old black eye.
Make it so that anyone who wants to move to Mars and help build a new civilization can do so.
This is dumb as shit. This is the dumbest shit ever. Anybody wants to move to Mars and build a new civilization, just let's go. We'll go. Come on, let's go right now. You know what? Be the first person to go to Mars. Be on the first Starship rocket, please, for the love of God. I don't care if it makes it there or has a rapid, unscheduled disassembly with him in it. But just leave, go. We don't need you here in America,
how cool would that be?
Or on Earth
and
at
even
this
if
point.
you don't want to do it, maybe that you have a son or daughter who wants to do that, or a friend who wants
babies.
to do it. And I think it would be the adventure.
That's it. That's it. That's what it is. Elon Musk wants to have a surrogate Martian woman have his baby. He's tired of human women having his baby. Best comment ever.
One could possibly do is to go and help build a new civilization on a new planet.
Yeah, why are you clapping? Why are you clapping? What? We can't. We don't have the proper technology to do space travel, y'all. You have to have like a sustainable fuel source or nuclear powered or something that can sustain long distances. And like regular fuel, you're gonna run out eventually. You can only put so much rocket fuel in a rocket. But that's the hill he's gonna die on now. He's just, X is barely working. I could barely get into it today to even download the videos for the show. Tesla is in the dumpster, literally. I mean, they even built a truck that looks like a dumpster, which is the perfect representation of the entire brand at this point. So they're going to get rid of him eventually because they're losing money, and they don't shareholders don't like that. So eventually they're going to get rid of Musk, which leaves them with Twitter and SpaceX. Donald Trump at this press conference talks about all the different companies. Like he has an underwater tunnel company. He's talking about the Boring Company that's failed. Okay, they were supposed to build a high-speed underground tube system that traveled at like 100 or some miles an hour. But I think the max they could make it go was like 30. And they closed most of the projects. Okay, most of Elon Musk's ideas are complete failures. Notice you haven't heard shit about Neuralink lately. Okay, we looked into Neuralink when they were first talking about putting in human beings. And if you look at the studies they did on primates, oh my God, there's no way you couldn't pay me enough money. There is not enough money in this world for you to allow something that Elon Musk is paying for or part of anything to put wires in a microchip in my brain. Hell no. I don't care if I'm paralyzed from the eyeballs down. I will not let anything Elon Musk is a part of in my brain. But a lot of the primates killed themselves. One ripped his face off. A lot of them were very depressed, a lot of pain. Anger issues. It was horrible. And they killed a lot of primates as doing the trials for this stuff. They killed a lot of animals to try and put chips in people's brains. Seriously, dude? Oh, Starlink. I guess he still has Starlink, which they're trying to, tell other countries, hey, why don't you get Starlink and we'll just take away these tariffs. See how it works in America? It's all pay to play. But like I said, it makes them predictable. It makes them predictable because it always comes down to money. Every decision they're making right now all comes down to lining their own pockets, which makes it very easy to see what they're doing. Sometimes it might take a little bit, but it always comes back to money. Every single time. But I hope Elon Musk loses everything. I hope he loses. I honestly don't think he should be in America anymore, dude. I wish Elon Musk would see this video and just see this nobody, this bearded white dude from Pennsylvania telling you to get the fuck out of my country. We don't need people like you. Okay, go back to South Africa. I'm sure they'll welcome you with open arms there too. Oh, wait, that's right. They hate your guts too. Huh, where could you go at this point? Unbelievable, right? So that's who they have running. That was who's running Doge. That was who was at all the rallies. Ketamine addict, ecstasy, amphetamines. And that's why he could not get a security clearance. Like, he shouldn't have been involved in any of the stuff he was involved in. Because he cannot get the proper clearance because of his drug use. The drilling company, yeah. There's Elon Musk has so many bad ideas. It's like he looks for the most crazy, ridiculous ideas out there, and he's like, I'll put money into that. And then when they fail, he just quietly sweeps them under the rug and goes to his next stupid-ass idea. And now it's Mars. I mean, he's been talking about Mars a lot, but I think now that pretty much is all he has left. Everything else he's destroyed, including the American government. So all he has left is Starlink and SpaceX. But I think eventually both of those are going to fail. I think there's a major rift between Donald Trump and Elon Musk that we're not seeing yet. But I would speculate that there is a rift, that there may not be as much government funding going Elon Musk's way in the future, which I'm perfectly okay with too. Again, go get it from somewhere else. I'm tired of you taking our money, you big old giant welfare queen. Literally the biggest welfare recipient in America. Quite literally the biggest welfare recipient in America. Who wants to cut welfare? Make that make sense, okay? Government giving rich people more money, that's capitalism. But the government giving poor people who don't have anything and quite literally are starving, that's socialism. I would rather be a socialist than a capitalist at this point. I'm sorry. I feel like there's enough money in this country. Actually, I don't feel like it. I can prove there's enough money in this country right now to have universal health care, a universal living wage income every month, universal daycare, free lunch for schools. We have all the resources in this country. We are the wealthiest country in the world. And we take shit care of our population because of people like Donald Trump and Elon Musk. God, I wish you MAGAs would get it through your head that they will never, they will throw you crumbs because they know that will make you happy. And they know every time they do or say something stupid that you're just going to move the goalpost even further. Because that's what you do. You guys are the biggest hypocrites. You're a bunch of babies. You're a bunch of cowards who have no moral compass. And we refuse to let our country go down without a fight. Okay? I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. You thought us liberals were all like now. There's some MAGAs like this guy named Ray Ray deleted his TikTok account because he was being bullied by the liberals. And he was being bullied by the liberals because he's a raging racist. So they want to talk about being all big, bad, and tough. This dude literally got bullied off the internet by liberals who they say are weak and, you know, oh, they're too empathetic. You know, oh, okay, really? You just haven't seen us pissed off, and you're about to. See, you guys fucked around, and we are so in the find out stage right now. We are so. Give it 6 months when all this dumb shit that Donald Trump has done these last 4 takes effect. Yeah, you're going to be in the find out stage right beside us. That's the great part, because nowhere in any of Donald Trump's policies does it say except for Trump supporters. So everything he passes affects you just as much as it does us. As a matter of fact, it affects you more so in red states, because red states, white people in red states receive more welfare than any other states in any other community. White people, okay? Black people aren't the problem. Brown people are not the problem. Immigrants are not the problem. We, white people, we are the fucking problem with this country. That's why it's our responsibility to fix it. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, I'm getting really heated today, but I'm just so tired of this shit. Like, they blame marginalized communities for all their problems when they are the problem. But they just don't want to fix it themselves. They just want to blame it on the other people. God, y'all are weak and pathetic. Truly the weakest and most pathetic cult-like people on the planet, possibly in human history. I mean, MAGA, let's be real. MAGA is quite literally the biggest cult in world history. I mean, can we agree on that? It is quite literally the largest cult in world history. That's crazy how they've been programmed to think Donald Trump is the greatest president in American history when he's quite literally ranked last. He's quite literally ranked last by actual people that study presidential terms. But MAGA thinks he's the best and that he's going to take care of them and he's going to own the libs. All right, y'all, you're going to find out, whatever. You know what, whatever. That's why I don't waste my time debating MAGAs. Like some of these people are out there trying to convert MAGA. No, we don't convert Nazis. We don't convert Nazis. No. We don't associate with them. We don't forgive them. If they want to make a decision eventually on their own, I say this a lot, and I'm going to keep saying it. If they want to make a decision on their own that they made a mistake, great. If you want to tell me about it, I'll listen, maybe, but I'm not going to be like, oh, we're friends now. No, I'm going to say, okay, good. It's about damn time. Now get away from me and don't ever get near me again, or you're going to find out. Okay? We don't forgive Nazis. Ever. Okay? So we need to focus on the people that didn't vote. We need to focus on people that are going to vote. And we need to focus on the people that did vote and know they made a mistake. Okay? Because a lot of people were suckered, conned, because Donald Trump's a giant con man. A lot of people were conned, especially first-time young, impressionable voters. Gen Z, you let us down. I'm sorry, let me say it again. White men, Gen Z, y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up. You're lonely, non-sex having asses. Listen to all these incels, and you messed up. You watched all the podcasts, bros. You know what? Maybe for you can make an exception after you realize that what you voted for is actual, like, Adolf Hitler in orange. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that voted for Trump twice or 3 times, forget y'all. Get away from me. Come to realization on your own terms. I don't give a shit. I don't have time for you. Ever, ever, ever. So don't ever think you're going to come to this realization, especially the racist pieces of shit that are out there, and think that all of a sudden we're going to be like, oh, I thought the left was forgiving. Well, we are, but some things are unforgivable. You're going to find that out on Judgment Day. When you're thinking you're going to the pearly gates of heaven, all of a sudden it's really hot. Because you thought you were a good Christian, even though you treat people like shit. And because you believe in God hard enough that you're going to go to heaven. That'll be the ultimate find out. God, I wish I could see that. I wish I could see that. I wish I could live stream that. For somebody just at the pearly gates of heaven watching MAGA get denied one after another. I would stream it on my YouTube channel and laugh the whole time, y'all. Maybe I'm being cruel. Honestly, I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care. The gloves are off. Okay, none more of this, you know, being all, oh, let's work with them. No. That's not how this works, y'all. That's not how this works, okay? Never, ever talk to me about forgiving somebody that voted for Donald Trump twice or 3 times. Get out of my face with that. Whew. Okay, sorry, that was quite a long rant. Yeah, so Elon Musk, again, back to him. He's on drugs. I don't know how I got off on that rant, but it was a good one. I felt good. Whew. Man, I felt cleansing. You know what I mean? Like some of the stuff in my head all throughout the day, and then just to get it out feels good. It's almost therapeutic. That's why I love hanging out with you guys here in upside down Satan world. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. That's what it feels like. It feels like we're in the upside down. Like nothing makes sense anymore. I feel like the Mandela effect is real, and we like banged into a really dumb galaxy and somehow merged, and like all those people with brains are just like, what the fuck is going on? And then the dumb galaxy's like, yeah, Trump. We're like, but in our galaxy, Trump's an idiot who failed at everything. How is he president in your galaxy? That makes no sense. That's where I feel like we're at. I mean, it's almost like the only explanation at this point. You know what I mean? What the hell, bro? What the hell, y'all? I'm telling you. All right, you know what? I want to talk about, let's talk about ICE, because I am beyond pissed off about ICE. This is 100% Trump's personal Gestapo. He can't use the military against the American people. I think they've realized that, or they would have done it already. Because Donald Trump looked at the Insurrection Act on day one. He wanted to do the Insurrection Act on day one. They needed 90 days to review the situation and make recommendations. Well, 90 days passed. I was shitting my pants the 90th day. I'm not going to lie, because that was also Hitler's birthday. So I thought for sure Donald Trump was going to be like, oh, it's Hitler's birthday. I'm going to do something special. Insurrection Act, army on the streets. But no. So instead, they're going to use taxpayer money to pay for his own personal army, which is ICE. Okay, that they are not about immigration and customs. Okay, they're going after American people with real IDs. They're questioning. This sounds dumb when you say it out loud, but they're questioning whether real IDs are real. I'm not making this up. We talked about it yesterday. They detained a guy, Latino man, U.S. citizen with a real ID, and they detained him because they thought the real ID wasn't real. So they're obviously not hiring the best and brightest at ICE. And they're paying them exorbitant amount of money. And if Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill passes, they will be the most powerful and probably well-funded police force in the world. And their entire goal will be to police us. Okay, first they say it's about the immigrants. Eventually, it'll be more about enforcement. Okay? So don't think for 1 second that's not what this is. That is exactly what this is. I mean, why else would they be dumping money, so much money, and they're talking about supercharging, like they're not happy with the amount of people they deported. So now they're firing people and replacing them so they can deport more people. I mean, Donald Trump has spent way more on pretty much the same amount of deportations as Biden did this time last year. I mean, he's not made any major leaps and bounds as far as the numbers. All he's done is treat people like animals and violate their civil rights. At least under Joe Biden, there was some resemblance of due process, but now they're hauling them off the streets. And if you don't think I'm being serious, let me show you. Okay, here's a video, and I titled the video, I Hate MAGA for this. This is a video of a family being ripped apart by ICE. Sorry for the video because it is emotional, but it's something you got to see.
esposa? ¿Quisieras decir algo? Son unas mierdas, pinche gobierno, no han de chingar su madre.
They are deporting kids, women, people that are going to their freaking immigration appointments. That's how they're catching people. They're not even going out in the streets anymore. They're just waiting for these people to show up for their scheduled legal appointments. Like, they're trying to abide by American law and keep up with their immigration appointments. But now they don't even know, what if I go to my next appointment and all of a sudden I'm ripped away from my wife and child and thrown into the back of the van? But in this case, it's his wife and child being ripped away from him and thrown in the back of a van. This isn't what you voted for, you racist pieces of shit.
Están mis hijas esperándolos en la casa. 6 niñas tengo que dependen de nosotros. ¿Ella es la mamá? Sí. ¿Y por qué se la están llevando? Porque ¿a qué vinieron? Tumbaron el caso, según. Es lo que están haciendo ahorita, por eso no venga nadie. No vengan porque es lo que están haciendo.
Handcuffed. So yeah, I just want you to see that, and I'm probably gonna show more videos like that until it gets through people's heads that they're treating people like animals. They're entrapping them. It's called entrapment, what they're doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why I feel like we should know who is working for ICE. I think we have a right to know what type of people they're employing. Are they employing hate groups? Because that's not good. That's not good. But I think it's something we should be aware of as the American people. I think we should demand to know exactly what the process is for them to hire an ICE agent. What kind of background checks do they do? What kind of exceptions do they make if you, say, have a swastika tattoo or belong to the Proud Boys? Do they fast track you if you belong to one of those groups? Do they give you more pay if you belong to one of those groups? I hate you for this. Every MAGA out there, I truly hate you for this. Oh, man. But anyway, they're not happy with the amount of people that they're ripping off the streets. They're not happy with the amount of families that they're ripping apart. So they're firing people so they can then supercharge deportations, whatever that means. But again, they're basically going to write Donald Trump a blank check, essentially, with this big, beautiful bill and give him way too much power and authority, because he has authority over ICE. Okay, they're listening to him. I don't know exactly how the chain of command works with customs, but they seem to at least be taking orders directly from people like Stephen Miller, people like, what's that other guy's name? The Border Czar guy. Looks like a giant thumb with a face. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Doesn't matter. But anyway, let me play the video. Here's what their plans are to do for ICE moving forward.
The Trump administration is changing leadership at Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. And this is over frustrations with the number of arrests and deportations. Last night on the Takeout with Major Garrett, Border Czar Tom Homan discussed a new White House target of 3,000 border arrests per day.
I've been saying since, the first month of this operation that the numbers are good.
I mean, thumb with a face, though, right? That was the accurate description, wasn't it? He totally is a big old thumb with a face. Come on.
The arrest numbers on the interior enforcement operations are good. They're a lot better than the Biden administration.
Lie.
But it's not good enough.
CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camila Montoya Galvez has more on this for us. Camila, good morning to you. So help us understand this. Who's in, who's out, and what really are the top concerns among the Trump administration regarding its own ICE officials?
Good morning, Errol. The Trump administration is replacing 2 top officials at U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, including the head of the agency's deportation and arrest branch, known as Enforcement and Removal Operations. And this is coming amid increasing frustrations within the White House and among President Trump's top appointees, including White House Chief of Staff, Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller.
Yeah, so they're not being Nazi enough. I guess. Is that what it is? But yeah, they're not ripping enough families apart. And I guess that, they just want to do more of it. So yeah, these people are sick. These people are insane. And they're extremely, they don't have any care for human life, obviously, or they wouldn't be treating people the way they are. That's what I hate about them going after Joe Biden's mental fitness. Like, they're doing all this absolutely horrible stuff. These are actual crimes against humanity. Like, I hope there's an American Nuremberg trials in the future. And I hope people like Tom Homan, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Stephen Miller, all you right-wing podcasters. Yeah, because remember when they had the Nuremberg trials, when their defense was, I was just doing what I was told? That ain't gonna fly. So one day, you're gonna get what you deserve. And I promise you, I will see it in my lifetime. Because there's literally zero chance that the American people stand for this. The majority of the people will not stand for this. Obviously, because Donald Trump's approval ranking is quite at all-time low. And it's only going to go down from here because nothing he's doing is helping the American people. If anything, he's burning through cash like the White House is his own personal piggy bank. How much has he spent this year? What, $500 million in 4 months? If you include that parade, I bet you it's at least $500 million on just himself. And they want to talk about they're cutting waste fraud. They want to cut. All right, so Medicaid is fraud and waste, but giving Donald Trump as much money as he can or as he wants to go to like NASCAR, Super Bowl, and golf, and have a parade in his honor. That's okay. That's not waste. That's as long as it's for your Führer, it's okay, right? $500 million, I bet you. I'm sick of these people. But they want to, like I said, they want to go after Joe Biden's. The distraction is Joe Biden was mentally unfit. Now, Jake Tapper is a whistleblower. But anyway, remember when I said that this book is going to end Jake Tapper's career? Looks like I may have been right, because this story came out today. Jake Tapper's CNN show hits lowest ratings since 2015. Lowest ratings in 10 years. I love this for you, bro. Jake Tapper released a book, the book Original Sin, in May. And his CNN show is now in the toilet. The book accuses Biden and the White House of hiding President Biden's mental decline. What are they doing with Trump? What are they doing with Trump? You know what I mean? Here, I'll play this video of Donald Trump just being asked a simple question about student visas. And it's like he has no idea what they're talking about.
When could the administration resume the interviews for foreign students' visa? When do you think your administration could resume these interviews?
On what?
For the foreign student visa. Yesterday there was...
for the French visa?
For the French, all the foreign students.
Oh, for the foreign visas? What are you referring? Foreign visas for what? Are you talking about for colleges?
College
okay, so you're off of Israel. Now you're talking about colleges, right?
Yes, no.
Okay. Well, we're going to see. Look, Harvard has been a disaster.
More about Harvard. We showed a video a couple episodes ago where he almost walked into a wall. And Mike Johnson had to save him from that as well. And yeah, but they want to talk about Joe Biden's mental fitness. Joe Biden never came out and was like, I've aced every cognitive exam I've ever. Donald Trump literally comes out every couple months. He'll be like, I just took a cognitive exam and I aced it. They said, sir. He always starts his dumbass stories off with, sir. Sir, I've never seen anybody score that high before. Like, it's so bad, so bad. Okay, so Jake Tapper, his story again, the big secret is Joe Biden's old. Even though he did a good job. Even though by the numbers, he did the best job of any one-term president in American history. By the numbers, whether you like his policies or not, by the numbers he did. But they want to attack his mental fitness while Diaper Donnie literally runs America into the ground in a matter of a few months. But they don't want to talk about that. Other news outlets in other parts of the country, if you have a VPN, turn that shit on, go to different parts of the world and look up stories on Trump's mental fitness. I guarantee you'll find a lot of them. But we're not being told that in the United States. We're being told Donald Trump aced every single cognitive exam he's ever taken, and he probably doesn't poop, doesn't have a butthole, or whatever crazy shit they're going to say next. Like that Kim Jong-un, that's like a real thing. Like he doesn't have a butt. He just absorbs everything. He just absorbs all the energy that he doesn't have to poop. Dude, I swear to God, if they sold Donald Trump's farts in a bottle, MAGA would be they would sell out. MAGA they'd be walking around. Oh, Trump. Y'all are pathetic. And weird. Really, really weird. Yeah, so before I play the video, oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna save, in honor of Chicken Taco Trump, I'm gonna go ahead and save this video for a few minutes, but I want to play the video of Jared Moskowitz explaining how there are massive, almost $1 billion worth of money in this big, beautiful bill for ICE bonuses. Bonuses. These people are ripping families apart, and they want to give them fucking bonuses. But this is a little bit long, but it's worth the watch.
This one's my favorite. I don't know if you know this, but you guys have $858 million, again, almost $1 billion, okay, of money to give out bonuses to people. And so listen, bonuses are great when people do good work, but $858 million sounds like a lot of money. That's like a $40,000 bonus to every employee in all of ICE. So well, how about $500 million? How about $500 million for bonuses? Okay, we can do this together. We can show the American people there's like a little bit of waste.
I love this guy. The sarcasm is perfect. This is what we need
here. Little bit of waste. So I can help you capture, Mr. Chairman, $903 million. We can save $1 billion together. Show the American people we're serious.
Will the gentleman yield for a question?
Of course I will.
You raise a profoundly serious point in your inimitable way, Mr. Moskowitz. Well, the bonuses, that is a huge bonus budget.
Yeah.
What does that work out? Have you done the math to see what that works out in terms of bonus per ICE employee?
$42,000 for every employee in a bonus, in addition to their salary.
In addition.
A $42,000 bonus?
Yeah, $42,000. And I, because you and I sometimes are symbiotic, you're probably going to ask me, what is the average bonus for the American worker in this country?
Do you know what that is?
It's $2,500.
That's the average Christmas bonus is $2,500?
The average Christmas bonus, because Christmas is back, the average Christmas bonus is $2,500, but they want to give $42,000. And what I would suggest in my amendment is instead of $42,000, they get $25,000. That sounds like a lot of money.
Isn't that crazy, though? Most American people don't get a Christmas bonus. I don't even know what a Christmas bonus is. I think one time I got like $100. Most Americans with normal jobs don't get Christmas bonuses. Rich people get Christmas bonuses from their jobs. So I guess on average, it comes out to about $2,500 per person if you average it all out. They want to give ICE agents $42,000 for 1 year worth of work. I guess that's for a year. I don't know what they're saying, if that's an annual bonus or what, but oh my God. They're going to attract the worst of the worst with that kind of money, because not only are they going to be extremely well paid, they could literally be racist pieces of shit out of the open because they have their faces covered like the cowards that they are, and get paid very well for it. I mean, it's like a white supremacist wet dream. Get paid to be racist? Holy shit. What the fuck is going on with this country, man? All right, so let's go back to the sarcasm. This is a real thing that Donald Trump did. I can't remember if this was for Saturday Night Live, but he did a skit where he owned a chicken restaurant. I don't know if many of you remember this, but this is real. Unfortunately, with YouTube's music policy, I get dinged every time I play any video that has any kind of music in it. So I cut the music out and then changed all their voices to make them sound like grandmas. And honestly, it's even funnier. Watch this.
Join me at Donald Trump's House of Wings. Some, you know our wings will make you happy. Trumpy, you know our wings will fill you
Come
up.
on, it's better, right?
Trump is your the place with awesome chicken wing, yeah. Donald Trump's House of Wings. Am I saying I'm a chicken wing expert? No. But I can tell you this. The wing is hands down the best part of the chicken. Better than the head, better than the torso, better than the back. And at Donald Trump's House of Wings, you can get them with 5 different levels of hotness. Regular, hot, re-alarm, suicidal, and hell's fine.
I'm so sorry. That was even funnier than I remembered. That's hilarious because there's no music. It just looks weird. He's just standing there like. I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. Okay. Yeah, chicken taco Trump. That's hilarious. And the memes are everywhere. The memes are great. There are let's go taco memes all over the internet. Donald Trump as a chicken taco. Donald Trump as the chicken eating tacos. Donald Trump eating tacos with chickens around him, like literally everywhere. So I say again, like I said at the beginning of the show, I think this should be our protest chant. I mean, come on. It's a gift. This is gold right here. They screamed, "Let's go Brandon" for so long. Oh my God, let's go taco. This is like a gift from God right here. It doesn't get any better than that. And he hates it, which makes it even more epic. It's so cool. Okay, anyway. But yeah, again, Jake Tapper career over. I'm sure. Well, he'll probably end up on some kind of right-wing grifter network, I'm sure. Or whatever. CNN will probably, hopefully CNN get rid of him. Because this is some bullshit, dude. You're attacking a dying man. Like, how... Again, I have more journalistic integrity, and I'm not a journalist, but I have more journalistic integrity than Jake Tapper does. Like, this is just to make money. You're not exposing anything. We all know Biden was old. Wasn't a secret. We know he had a stutter. We know he was a little bit forgetful. But you know what? He wasn't a fascist, and he cared about the American people. All of the American people. So I don't give a shit if Biden was having problems towards the end. Again, he did a good job. He did a good job, period. So attacking his mental fitness while Donald Trump can't put together a complete sentence is ridiculous, especially since Biden's no longer in office. I mean, Jake Tapper said in an interview that he thinks that this is a bigger scandal than Watergate. Jake Tapper actually said that. Bigger scandal. President Biden being old is a bigger scandal than Watergate, according to Jake Tapper. Dude, I wish I could sometimes really say what I want to say without getting in trouble. But yeah, so this also happened here today. Supreme Court rules that Trump can revoke protected status for 500,000 immigrants. So all you Cubans for Trump, because there was a big Cubans for Trump out there, big old group of you, pack your shit, because 500,000 people from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela have had their legal right to or protected status revoked. I mean, Haiti's no surprise because they thought Haitians were eating cats and dogs. I mean, Donald Trump actually said that they did that. That's crazy. So, yeah, the Supreme Court's all over the map with these rulings. I don't know what to expect from them anymore. That's why I don't try and predict what they're going to do, because every time I do, I'm wrong. So this is just going to harm people. Okay, they're not getting rid of any criminals or drug dealers or rapists. As a matter of fact, Donald Trump is importing drug dealers and rapists. I mean, El Chapo's family and Andrew Tate. Drug dealers, murderers, and rapists. And that's not allegedly. Those are all facts. Verifiable facts. And Andrew Tate has admitted it, so I don't even have to say allegedly for that one. You dumb shit. He actually posted a video today on Twitter using the N-word with the hard ER. Donald Trump flew that guy on a private jet to the United States, who is now living his best life, who is wanted in two countries, he's wanted on, 2 countries for most horrible things you could do to a human being. Donald Trump flew that guy out to the United States, probably used taxpayer money, nice private jet, and now he's living free in America. Awesome. Also, side note, Donald Trump was asked today if he was going to pardon Diddy, and he did not say no. Okay? He gave a roundabout answer, but he most definitely did not say no. So I'm pretty sure if Diddy hears that, he's going to be throwing Donald Trump some money, and I think we're going to probably see a pardon for Diddy. And if you've been following that case, he makes Andrew Tate look like a saint. The things he's done to women and other people. Like, for real. Diddy's a monster. Diddy is a straight up monster. I mean, most people don't know this, but Diddy's dad used to run with Frank Lucas. Have you seen the movie called, I have it down myself this time. The movie American Gangster with Denzel Washington. That guy, Frank Lucas, that's a real guy, right? That's a real story. Diddy's father ran with him. So Diddy's father was a straight up gangster. So don't think all this the singing and the colorful clothes and the music videos and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just his persona, like his out in public persona. That's what he wants people to think. But behind closed doors, Diddy is a straight up mobster. He's a gangster. He's a straight up monster. But Donald Trump did not say no to pardoning. How hard is it to say no? How hard is that? And so the fact that he's just pardoning actual criminals, he's letting criminals and domestic terrorists back onto the streets. He's making America less safe every time he lets a criminal out of jail. J6ers, hello? I mean, the Christies, I guess they're now going to have another show to document this whole ordeal. They're going to be back on TV. It's crazy. This is insane. So like I said, if you're on the outside of the United States looking in, yeah, it's stupid. And we all think it is, but we can't do much about it yet. We're about to hit the streets next month, though. Next month, you're going to see a lot of people in the streets in America. Just be ready for it. It's going to be huge. 2 times next month, June 6th and the 14th. So, and I'll be there for both of them. On the streets, boots on the ground. Just the way I've always wanted it. You know, that's crazy that you guys helped us do that. You guys, because of your support and donations and stuff. That's why we're out in the streets doing these things. When me and Mike first started this show, I remember telling him, like, I want to be out in the streets. I want to be doing interviews and you know, I want to be in protests. And as a result, we are now. It took us a year to be able to do it. And luckily, more and more people were out in the streets protesting. So we've been able to attend more. But I've gone to 6 this year so far. And I'm going to 2 more next month, at least. And probably another one in my hometown. So, you know what I mean? It's worth it. If you have a chance to go out to protest, it's a beautiful environment. It's a very positive environment. There's, you know, you're not going to go there and you're not, you know, I don't know. I think with all the threats and shit that people are a little scared, but that's why I want to be out in the streets. Is I want to bring it to you. If you don't want to be out in the streets, at least I could do is be out there for you. I understand the risks. I fully understand the risks. I fully accept the risks. I don't care. I don't care. If you're going to take everything from me, I'm going out on my terms, y'all. I'm not going out on theirs. I'm not going to be, if I'm going to suffer, I'm going to suffer on my terms. I'm not going to let them be the reason I suffer. Okay? And I think you guys should really start thinking the same way because we're all going to suffer because of this. So do we take matter into our own hands and hit the streets, get this revolution started? Or do we sit back and just pray for the best? Or for those who don't pray, hope for the best? And again, when I say revolution, don't get mad, social media. I'm talking about disruption. Revolution is not about violence, initially. Okay? It's about disruption. Resistance is first. When they stop listening to us, when they don't listen to us, and resistance doesn't work, then revolution is the next logical step, historically speaking. Okay? And revolution starts with disruption. When people stop giving a fuck about their personal freedom and are willing to risk it all to, you know, fight against fascism, you get a lot of disruption. And you're not gonna like it. Especially if people start banding together. Like I said, if all of us pull all of our money out, I don't have any money in the bank, but if all of us pulled our money out of the bank at once, all banks would fail. You know what I mean? All banks would fail. If we take a week off of work collectively, not even the whole country, even if just a few million of us took the day off or took a week off, the economy would just collapse. They would literally be like, we have so much power collectively, but we just are so bad at organizing. You know what I mean? We're so bad at organizing, I think, is the big problem. Messaging, I think, too, is an issue with the left. Some people want to be nice about it and, you know, approach it with decorum, I guess is the word. But I'm like, fuck that, dude. I am not about decorum anymore. I know when to be professional. I know how to be professional. This is not the time to be professional. Okay? This is the time to wild the fuck out. This is the time to be noisy, to be obnoxious, to let them know we are not going quietly no matter what you say or do. So, again, it's your choice, Mr. Trump. I'm not calling you president. It's your choice, Mr. Trump. You either start listening to us or we're going to continue to get really, really loud. And we will cause problems for him. I guarantee it. I mean, we have so much power collectively as a people. And let's be real, the billionaires are a fraction of a percent of the American population. You know, why are we allowing them to dictate all of this? Why are we allowing a handful of morally corrupt people that have never worked a day in their lives? Why are we allowing them to dictate the terms of our lives? Just saying, just my personal opinion. All right, I got a couple more. I got one more story I'll go over, and then we'll go to Donald Trump's True Social feed. Oh, side note, if anybody's interested, apparently Sydney Sweeney, this has nothing to do with politics, but I thought this was weird. Sydney Sweeney is selling soap made of her bathwater. I didn't know you could do that. You know, Sydney Sweeney is, she's an actress. Yeah, you could buy bars of soap made of her bathwater. I don't know why I pulled that up. It has nothing to do with anything. I just, what? People do that? That's weird. I mean, this Sydney Sweeney, though, I can't afford a bar soap right now. Just kidding, of course. Okay, so this I thought was great. This is great. Remember now how Donald Trump is suing CBS over this edited Kamala Harris interview. Guys, guess what the reason they're citing as for the lawsuit? It caused the big, tough alpha male mental anguish. I died laughing when I saw this article. So you watched the interview of Kamala Harris, where she's done 1 million interviews and speeches, but this one in particular, you're suing him because this one in particular caused you mental anguish. What? This is the most frivolous, dumbass lawsuit. If this is, I was going to say, if this is really the reason, but no, this is the reason. He sued CBS because he was butthurt that Kamala Harris did a good interview. That's crazy, right? Like, that's absolutely batshit insane. I had another video I wanted to show you guys, and I can't remember which one it is. Did I even pull that one out? Let me look. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But yeah, Donald Trump, he was butthurt by the interview. That's why he sued. He's so tough. I'm so tough, alpha male. I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna sue you. You made me feel bad. I don't like it. people are so pathetic. These tough alphas and all this stuff are just insanely fragile snowflakes. I mean, calling him a snowflake is almost giving him too much credit, because I think snowflakes are actually tougher than right-wing men. Is there anything like more fragile than a snowflake that we can think of to call these people? Because I don't think snowflake is fragile enough of a term. Yeah. So, anyway, let's see what Donald Trump has done on Truth Social today. Okay? Like always, we'll go through his feed so you don't have to. Let's go back one day, 24 hours. All right, so there's one. I remember that one. Oh, here we go. Holy buckets of shit. What the fuck? What is this? The U.S. Court of International Trade. Oh, this is because of the block tariffs. Here's his reaction. Oh, shit. He is having a serious meltdown. Look at this. This is a book. This is a literal book. You must be kidding. Oh, this is the Post. He's actually going after one of the Federalist Society guys now, Leonard Leo, who is hardcore Republican. Leonard Leo is the guy that gives recommendations to the Republicans on who to appoint for judges. Hardcore Federalist Society guy, okay? Donald Trump is now going after that guy. Donald Trump's losing the plot. Donald Trump is losing the plot. He's starting to turn on all the people that got him to where he is. Elon Musk, now Leonard Leo. It's just going to continue. He's going to continue turning on all the people that gave him this power, because I think he realizes that they are the reason he has this power, and now he's afraid of them because he feels like they could take the power away, which courts can. That's the reason we have three separate co-equal branches of government. They're supposed to check one another. Donald Trump does not like that. So now he's going after Leonard Leo. This will not end well for Donald Trump. Leonard Leo has tons of influence in the Republican Party. Elon Musk also does. So Donald Trump may be slowly alienating a lot of people. They may not say it out loud, but I guarantee this is not going to go over well for him. But that's crazy. That's a big-ass post. That is a big-ass post. Here he is. Oh, this is a post about Elon Musk. Elon is terrific. That's what he says. Elon is terrific, with an exclamation point. That's all you can say about the guy who gave you $300 million to get you elected? He's terrific? That's it? That doesn't sound very good, does it? More lies. Propaganda from Fox News. Oh, yeah, China. Okay, 2 weeks ago, China was in grave economic danger. Bro, China's destroying us right now, man. China's not in economic danger. They're making deals with everybody else now. We are actually helping the Chinese economy by doing all the dumb stuff that we're doing. The very high tariffs with a capital T, for some reason, I set made it virtually impossible for China to trade into the United States marketplace, which is why they were going to other countries. We went, in effect, cold turkey with China, and it was devastating for them. They didn't feel it at all. Many factories closed. That's not true. And there was, to put it mildly, civil unrest. That is an absolute lie. Thank you for the subscription. Becoming a member. Kira, thank you so much for being a premium member. Love it. Civil unrest. Have you guys seen any stories about Chinese civil unrest? Because I haven't seen a single one, and I watch the news all day long. I don't watch the news, but I just scour through headlines all day long. I made a fast deal with China, and oh, I get it. This is in order to. This is in response to the taco comment. I made a fast deal with China in order to save them from what I thought was going to be a very bad situation, and I didn't want to see that happen. What the fuck are you talking about? Because of this deal, everything quickly stabilized and China got back to business as usual. Everybody was happy. This is good news. The bad news is that China, perhaps not surprisingly to some, has totally violated its agreement with the U.S. so much for being Mr. Nice Guy? Oh, for crying out loud, dude. So now this is going to be him trying to be tough on tariffs because Wall Street called him a chicken. Just watch. That's how he's going to respond. He's an idiot. The Democrat, and this is 7 hours ago. Jesus, there's a lot today. The Democrat-inspired and controlled Congressional Budget Office purposefully gave us an extremely low level of growth, 1.8. Oh, my God. We had economic contraction his first quarter. What? Yeah. Oh, Stephen Miller. Oh, there you go. Doesn't he just look like every Nazi ever? Like, seriously. I think Tom Homan looks like a thumb with a face. He just looks like a walking penis with a face, doesn't he? I mean, just like, sorry. Core inflation falls to its low rate in 4 years. Breitbart News, which for those who don't know, Breitbart is a shit publication that propagates Russian talking points most of the time. Inflation's going up thanks to Donald Trump's policies. Fox News, you know, I can appreciate the amount of effort you put into glazing Donald Trump's nutsack. That's got to be tough. I don't know how you guys continue to do it. What? Okay, so this is what he's doing with his time. Upon the request and recommendation of many people, he always says that, I am hereby terminating the employment of Kim Sajit as director of the National Portrait Gallery. She is a highly partisan person, a strong supporter of DEI, which is totally inappropriate in her position. What? The National... What the hell? What the hell is the National Portrait Gallery? What the... It's a museum. It's a museum with portraits in it. It's literally, that's all. Oh, I get it. It's because it's got pictures of black people and Latino people. Oh, now it makes sense. So he fired her because they have pictures of different cultures. Oh my God, this place is, I hate this country. I hate this country. I really do. I really do. Elon in the Oval Office. Elon has delivered a colossal change in the old ways of doing business. And yeah, he has. He just completely wrecked it. More clips, more clip. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody wrote a book about Butler, Pennsylvania. The untold story of the near assassination of Donald Trump and the fight for America's heartland. Oh my God, I feel like I'm going to vomit in my mouth. What in the absolute shit is it? Donald Trump wasn't shot, yo. Come on. I'll stand on that one. I'll die on that hill. You do not get shot with an AR-15 round traveling at a couple thousand feet per second and then wear a Band-Aid 3 days later and have no scar, no medical report. As a matter of fact, from what I've been told, there are still questions surrounding the cremation of Thomas Crooks. There's also been stories that they, before all the evidence was collected, cleaned the rooftop where Thomas Crooks was. So there's a lot of questions surrounding this, and I do not believe for 1 second that he was shot. People were shot. It was a real shooting. Absolutely. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying Donald Trump wasn't shot. I don't even think he was shot at. I'm just throwing it out there, guys. Obviously, I can't prove it. I've watched the video a million times. I've seen millions of pictures, but no bruising, no cut, no scar. I mean, your whole side of your face will be bruised from the concussion alone. You're not going to have like a paper cut on your ear that you can cover up with a gauze pad. It's the dumbest shit ever. And people believe it so much that they wrote a book about it. And this book will contain absolutely no facts because we don't know anything. Because they covered it up the whole time. They wouldn't even give us the medical records from the incident. If Donald Trump was actually shot, he likes to brag about everything. He would have posted pictures of his ear blown off on this website and be like, look how tough I am. I took a bullet. Here, look. Am I wrong? Bullshit. This entire campaign was nothing but fucking bullshit. Russian propaganda and lies. And people bought into it. Oh, my God. Oh, great. Texas is now becoming a full-on fascist state. Great. There you go. I showed you no mention of the storms that ripped apart houses and flooded areas in Texas, but he's going to give local law enforcement full authority to assist the federal government in detaining criminals. And I'm so sick of this because coming to the United States, crossing the border illegally is a goddamn misdemeanor. It's not even a felony. You are deporting people. You are treating people like animals over a misdemeanor when you have been found liable for rape. You have been found guilty of fraud, like actual felonies. And they want to sit here and say, we're all law-abiding, a law and order, and we're going to go after the criminals. Dude, you are one. You're in the White House. You are the criminal. So, all right. So he posted a lot today, a lot of dumbass stuff. I got a lot more angry than I thought I was going to be today, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully YouTube doesn't get mad with all the cursing. Again, that's all I have for today. Thanks for coming on. I'm trying to keep it like an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. 2 hours is a pretty long time. Plus, I want to play some video games. So if you guys want to catch me, I'll be on Discord and Twitch and TikTok, hanging out, having a good time, playing some games. Other than that, I'll probably be back on tomorrow. I've been streaming. If I stream tomorrow, it'll be 2 weeks straight. So 14 days in a row of doing news and podcasts for you guys. And I don't want to stop. As a matter of fact, I want to do more, which is why I continue to ask you guys for donations and support. So just the reminder, if you guys are able to help us out at all, go to, see if I can find it. Go to our link tree in the description of the video. And sorry, I'm trying to pull it up so I can see if anybody donated during the show. Oh, what the hell? Ah, there it is. So this is the GoFundMe. If you guys are interested, it's in the description of the video. It's also on our channel page. And yep, we're still stuck at $400. So we're at 40% of our goal. We haven't raised any money yesterday or today, unfortunately. And I only have a week until the protest in DC. So if you guys are able to donate, please do. Go to the link tree, top link in the link tree. Also, if you guys want to follow us on TikTok, because I actually do a lot more videos on TikTok, like short videos, than I do on YouTube. So I'm very active on TikTok. So our TikTok profile or link is, all that stuff's in the link tree, all of our social media stuff. Even our merch is in our link tree. So if you guys want to check all that stuff out, let me know. If you have any suggestions or if you see a video that you think I might be interested in for the show, email it to me or send it to me on on TikTok, or you can send it to me on Instagram. My DMs are open. I don't care about getting harassed by right-wingers. They don't bother me. They're idiots. But if you guys ever want to, ask us questions or have comments about the show or whatever, you can email us. We do have an email. It's the vorpodcastofgaming@gmail.com. And again, all of our contact info and all that stuff is in our link tree. So I love you all. Thanks for watching tonight. This was a lot of fun. I actually had yesterday was tough, but today was a lot more fun. Got to laugh a lot, got to yell a lot, so I feel a lot better. It's therapeutic. You guys are my therapy. Love you guys. Have a good rest of your night, and keep an eye out for tomorrow. I may take a day off just to not get burned out, but I actually enjoy these, so I don't know if I'm going to get burned out doing this. If not, if I don't do a show tomorrow, we will be on Sunday. We got the FAFO back on here, Fight Against Fascism, the people we helped organize the protest in D.C. from April 30th. They're going to be back on the show talking about protests coming up. The one in Atlantic City that I'm going at, they're organizing that one. So that's for No King's Day. And then the other one I'm going to is this one, where the Dropkick Murphys will be playing, and I will be front and center to live stream it all. That'll be on the 6th of next month. So there's going to be a lot of on-location streams next month. And I'll probably do as many protests as I can, from here on out. Thank you guys for all your support. We love you all. Please, if you can, share these videos. Let your friends know about us. Word of mouth is strong. You know what I mean? We want to build a solid community. That's what we've been trying to do from the beginning. And so far, we're on track to do so. We just want to keep growing. But we can't do it without your help. So, love you guys. Have a good night. And I'll